Welcome to this hypnosis to change the world. And many people who change the world, they believe it starts with changing themselves. So if you are ready to change yourself and change the world, then close your eyes. Because it's easy and effortless to create a resourceful state of hypnosis, a state where you create new behaviors, where you change, where you learn, where you have new habits, new thoughts. You can do that when you close your eyes. It's easy and effortless to do that when you close your eyes. So if you haven't already, close your eyes and feel the relaxation around your eyes. That's right. The relaxation is around your eyes. This resourceful state of hypnosis will soon be going through your whole body, through your whole mind, just like the feeling of relaxation around your eyes. And this is really how change starts. It starts with a single point, one spot, and then once you start to change, it can change anything and everything and anything. That's right. You're doing excellent so far because you deserve to create this resourceful state of hypnosis. So imagine relaxation in your hands. This relaxation that you created in your eyes, because hypnosis is what you create. I'm just here guiding you. These suggestions are really for you. They're what you have asked for today because you set aside this time for yourself today. So feel relaxation in your hands and really feel that relaxation, what it feels like. Notice the sensation in your hands. Notice if one hand is lighter than the other hand or heavier than the other hand, and it probably is because the left hand and the right hand, they're different hands, the left and the right and the left. Notice how that relaxation feels. Maybe it's light. Maybe it's heavy. Notice each sensation because you can see yourself relaxing as you are sitting there or lying there listening to me, hearing the sound of my voice, hearing the sounds of relaxation, relaxing with each word. That's right. Each word you relax, or maybe you even relax more with the space between the words, and you feel the sensation in your hands. You feel that whatever it is, whatever that sensation is, you can feel it now. Allow yourself to physically relax. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy this time you set aside for yourself today. Enjoy every second, every minute of it. And now you can focus on the relaxation that you feel in your forehead. Notice the feeling in your forehead. Maybe it's a coolness or some warmth. Or it's a lightness, or maybe it's a little heavy, or maybe it's a certain color, a certain size, a certain intensity, or maybe this relaxation even has a texture and a material. Notice the shape of the relaxation. Notice anything and everything in your forehead, everything and anything in your forehead. And maybe you notice some things are the same as the relaxation that was around your eyes and in your hands as you focus on your forehead. And really, the more you become aware of anything and everything and anything. Or maybe it seems like you become aware of less as you become aware of more. Because how often have you actually in the past focused on something like the relaxation around your eyes, or in your hands, or the sensation that you feel in your forehead. That's right. You're doing excellent so far. You deserve to change your mind, change your thoughts, change your emotions. And this will help change the world as you focus on the sensations in your feet. Notice the sensations in your feet. Notice the feeling that you feel there, the lightness or the heaviness. Maybe this feeling has a color, a size, a shape, a texture, a material. Notice the intensity. You're aware of so many things in your feet. That's right. And notice the sensation that's all the way in your toes. Have you ever noticed a sensation like this before in your toes? Have you ever noticed a sensation like this before in the toes? And let your whole body relax. Maybe it feels like the sensation in and around your eyes, or your hands, or your forehead, or your feet. Whatever it is, you create it because you deserve to create this, because you chose to create this. This is your reality that you're creating with this state of hypnosis, this empowering state, this resourceful state. And now that you've relaxed the body, you can mentally relax. You can imagine a stack of blocks from 1 to 10. And those numbers will slowly fade away. 10, fading away. 9, fading away, relaxing more and more. 8, fading away, that's right. Relaxing and doubling your relaxation. 7, fading away, that's right. Closer. You're getting closer. And 6, relaxing more, doubling your relaxation. And I'm sure it feels pretty good, doesn't it? 5, fading away, feeling so good. That's right. And 4, closer, relaxing even more. Relaxing more. Doubling your relaxation. 3, relaxing. Doubling your relaxation. 2, you're so close. Fading away. That number is just fading away. And 1, here you are. Total relaxation. This state of hypnosis that allows you to change anything that you want on the inside, so you can change the world. And most of the time, people change the world because they choose to change the world. It's not so much that people are limited by the things that they want to do and cannot do. People are often limited by the things they haven't considered yet. So if you want to change the world, you probably just need to consider some things that you haven't considered yet. And that's why it's always good to speak to different people, because you never know. Every person that you speak to, you can learn something from. And they can help you change the world, because every person that you speak to, maybe they change your mind, and maybe you change their mind. And maybe just thinking now, you're thinking about how you can change your mind, and how changing your mind will change the world. If you think about it, if you really think about changing the world, it starts with you. It starts with you, and it starts with many others. You have to be willing to put the effort in your mind to change the world. And there's really two things that you can control. You can control the effort that you put in your mind. And this means you won't have to put as much effort in the physical world. What you will have to do is have the other thing that you can control. You can control your attitude. And controlling your attitude will allow you to change the world. So right now, think of something that you want to do, a thought that you want to have, some effort that you can put in your mind. I'm not talking about physical effort. I'm talking about mental effort. Think of something that you haven't considered yet, an idea, whatever it is for you. Think of something that if you put effort in your mind with it, with this thought, that it will change the world. It can be something simple. Changing the world can mean different things to different people. So imagine this thought, putting effort in this thought, knowing that if you hold this thought in your mind, if you think about this thought in your mind, that the world will change. And if you really want to change the world, have this thought go with the right attitude. So what attitude do you need to change the world with this thought? Combine these two things. Let them merge together. Let them change the world together. Because you alone is not changing the world. It's your thoughts, your emotions, your attitude, the language that you use with yourself and others. So imagine this thought, along with the attitude, the two things that you can control, your thinking and your attitude. Many times people think that hypnosis is a way to have control. The reason most people need to do hypnosis is so they can gain control of their mind. So right here, right now, you have total and complete control of your mind. And now and in the future, you're going to use your mind to change the world like you are now. And imagine the change that you created with only just this one little thought you had so far, and this one little attitude that you had so far. So imagine now that you're sharing this thought and this attitude with another person who wants to change the world just like you do. They want the world to be a better place. So imagine sharing this thought and this attitude with another person who's right there. You can speak to them, whatever it takes, whatever you want to do, however you want to see, hear, and feel this. Imagine if you told this thought and had this attitude and combined it with the thought and attitude of another person who thought the same thing. Imagine how powerful that would be. How much would that change the world? That's right. Imagine that now. Because you want to. You can. You deserve to. And you may find that you're changing the world already. And if you haven't changed the world as much as you've wanted to yet, then you find You're changing it more than before with each moment. Each moment that you put effort into your mind and have the right attitude, you can change the world. Now imagine you have this effort, this thought, this attitude. You've shared it with one person, and they're wanting to change the world with this idea too. So what if each of you started to share this with more people? Maybe a community of people around you. Maybe it's where you live or online. Or maybe you have a community already that needs to hear this and see this and feel this. Because a lot of people want to change the world, they just may not know where to start. Maybe they don't think like you. Maybe they haven't considered what you have considered right now. So imagine having this thought. Imagine having this attitude and putting the effort in your mind with these wonderful feelings. And you may find that other person wants to do the same thing too. You're each sharing this with a community of people that wants to change the world too. What would this world look like? What would this world sound like? And what would this world feel like? Focus on that for the next little while, because I'm sure there's so many wonderful experiences and things ahead for you. So many wonderful experiences, so many wonderful things. And imagine that you put the effort in your mind now and tomorrow, in a week, in a month, in a year, years and years ahead. And you have a wonderful attitude about this. And so do the people who are changing the world with you and around you. And that means more people are changing the world. Imagine how satisfying that is for you. I'm sure it feels pretty good to think about this and consider things like this. And the wonderful thing about changing the world, one of the things that has a really profound effect on the world is how you feel internally. So I think something that you may want to imagine now, because you may find that this has happened before. However, have you ever felt really good around someone, and it felt like this person made you feel good too? And this just changed your whole world. It changed how you felt about a lot of things. So imagine having this feeling, this resourceful feeling, this emotion. Whatever it is for you, I'm not going to tell you what to call this emotion. You will find this yourself, because your mind deserves to. And you can find this emotion and imagine many people having this emotion and changing the world with this emotion, this resourceful emotion, this resourceful feeling. And usually along with this resourceful feeling is maybe a thought. So put that resourceful feeling with a thought that makes something more than you've ever thought before possible. Something that just changes the world. A thought that changes your world, the world of others, the world around all of you, a world around many more, and other people, many people you haven't even met. You never know. Sometimes you may be talking to someone and maybe they saw you online or they heard about you before from someone else, and they just wanted to talk to you because even without speaking to them or meeting them before, you've changed their world because you decided one day to change your world. And another way to change the world, if you think about it, and maybe you've seen this before, or maybe you noticed this before, you may find that it's easier to change the world when you change the younger generation, and the younger generation of that younger generation, and even the younger generation of that younger generation. Or you can change your generation and the generation before you. Because when you change your generation and other generations, things start to compound and change faster for the better. So imagine changing a younger generation and what this gets for the world. You don't only want to think about you now. You want to think about if a younger generation maybe knew what you knew now. How much would their world be different? How much would they create success in the future, and how much faster could they do it compared to you? What would people like this think? What would they feel? What would they experience? And the people that they knew, what would they think? What would they feel? And what would they experience? Because the thing is a single person or a few people in a room, or even thousands and millions of people, it's going to be not so easy for them to change the world. You're going to need billions of people to change the world. And you can make this easy by changing generations that come after you. And they change generations. Because if you think about it, when you were a younger generation, you soaked up the world around you like a small sponge. You were a little unconscious mind. And you were hearing and seeing and feeling different things. You saw people doing things. You heard them having conversations. And because of each of those, you felt different things. And then you started to create beliefs, values, memories. You had unconscious preferences. You started to shape your reality and shape your world based off all of these things. So what if the younger generation had really good examples to soak up like a little sponge and soak up empowering beliefs, to have endless motivation, to soak up things like calm, joy, love, peace, confidence, motivation, any emotion, any feeling. What if they could soak up different habits, different behaviors that made the world a better place? Everyone around the whole world could do this. Imagine the world going forward with all of this instead of whatever is going on right now. Moving forward with calm, joy, love, and peace. It sounds wonderful, doesn't it? That's right. Changing the world can move the world forward with those things. So imagine the world moving forward with certain feelings that you believe would make it a better place. And notice what that does for everyone in the world. Because the world is going to change together because of the connection that people have around the world. Imagine how it can change. Not because of you or 1,000 people or 100,000 people or 500,000 people or 1,000,000 people or 100 million or even 1,000,000,000, much more than that. It changes by many billions of people having certain thoughts, emotions, feelings, experiences, and those people helping younger generations soak up everything good, like a sponge, and giving that to others. And the more everyone gives, the more everyone receives. That's right. The more everyone gives, the more everyone receives. And you can change the world if you realize that that's what you want to be a part of. Because you can change at any moment. Decide that you want to create change. And the other thing that's needed is give yourself permission. Every day, give yourself permission to change and be a better person. And you'll notice a lot of things just fall into place. They're there for you without you even thinking about it. Because you change every single day. Every second, every hour, every minute, every day, every week, every year. The only thing that's really constant is change. Changing your mind, your thoughts, your feelings whenever you want. Every day when you wake up, it will remind you to change anything that you want to change. And this will change the world. It'll change so many things around you. Focus on your breathing. Really focus on the breathing. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Focus on your breathing for the next little while, because in a bit I will count up from 1 to 5. When I get to 5, you can open your eyes or you can continue to relax. Just know that all the suggestions here, any suggestion that you accepted is in your unconscious mind, and it will guide you to change the world now and in the future. And you can use these suggestions in any way that you want. And you'll know exactly what to do with each of these suggestions, because you're an intelligent person. And your mind is way smarter than you think. So now that you have these suggestions in your mind that is way smarter than you think, there are endless opportunities and endless possibilities out there for you to change the world. 1, seeing all the success. 2, hearing about all the things that you're changing. 3, feeling those feelings that change the world. 4, that's right. And 5, open your eyes or continue to relax and enjoy the changes that you've made and are making. Enjoy.